Now, fans that either sold their tickets or whatever, all of a sudden an emphasis is starting to get thrown onto the tickets where people believe she will be playing. And that's starting to make the ticket prices go up, up, and up.
The Federal Reserve might have to intervene because ticket prices are skyrocketing like she's draining. Threes on the moon, viewership, breaking records, fans, auctioning off kidneys for courtside seats. What kind of sorcery is this? Is she LeBron, Steph, and Taylor Swift fused into one? All this chaos sparked by Caitlin Clark's comeback from injury.
In fact, ticket sales are down 70% in many places. The Fever played the Mystics 2 nights ago. The cheapest ticket before her injury was announced was $41, okay? The cheapest one. After her injury was announced and people knew that she wasn't going to be playing, the lowest ticket price dropped to $3. This is the Caitlin Clark effect. The WNBA doesn't quite realize what they have in Caitlin Clark. She is the absolute golden goose, the golden ticket. She is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. They must protect her at all costs.
Caitlin Clark isn't just dribbling basketballs. She's dribbling bank accounts, media narratives, and egos. And the WNBA. It's getting dunked on without even realizing it. Let's be honest. There's before Caitlin Clark and after Caitlin Clark. Before her, ticket prices were sitting down. After her, they're slam dunking through your wallet and straight into the luxury tax bracket.
Don't hate the player, hate the game she got, because she's really talented, especially for being Falangi, She's like the Stephen Curry of WNBA with the threes and stuff. Like, proven fact is, they had a game on June 7th scheduled, it was going to be Angel Reese's team, which plays for Chicago, and then for Caitlin Clark's team. They were supposed to go up there playing Chicago on June 7th. First, the ticket sales were at $76 a ticket. Then after they found out Caitlin Clark's not playing that game, she got injured, sales dropped to $25 a ticket.
What's really cooking here is the meltdown energy coming from some WNBA veterans who apparently didn't read the script that says, bigger audience equals more money and equals chill out. The Caitlin Clark effect isn't just a when she scores 30 points vibe. Oh no, it's bigger. It's omnipresent. It's like oxygen in the arena. Now, even when she doesn't play, the numbers spike. Merch sales, upper TV ratings, upper. Security guards are even getting nervous because the crowd's acting like she's Taylor Swift showing up at an NFL game.
In fact, ticket sales are down 70% in many places. The Fever played the Mystics 2 nights ago. The cheapest ticket before her injury was announced was $41, okay? The cheapest one. After her injury was announced and people knew that she wasn't going to be playing, the lowest ticket price dropped to $3. This is the Caitlin Clark effect. The WNBA doesn't quite realize what they have in Caitlin Clark. She is the absolute golden goose, the golden ticket. She is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. They must protect her at all costs. You can argue all you want if she's the best player in the league, but you absolutely cannot argue if she's the most important, because she is. She is more valuable than all the other players combined, and that is just a fact.
Some WNBA players look like they'd rather defend a fast break with no shoes than admit it. Do you think the league would roll out a red carpet for someone who's basically dragging the whole organization into the national spotlight like a point guard on a mission from ESPN? But no, some players are acting like Caitlin showed up and stole their lunch money and their endorsement deals.
WNBA is now suffering a major injury as Caitlin Clark is going to be out for 2 weeks with a quad injury. And the reason we're bringing this up specifically is the Clarkonomics effect to this. Obviously, players miss time all the time, but the Sky and the Fever were supposed to play in Chicago in about a week on June 7th. The opening ticket price was $86 because you have the Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark showdown that is now box office. Yeah, those tickets are now down to $25. Down to $25 after the injury announcement. And it's supposed to take place in the Bulls Arena, the United Center, as opposed to the normal Wintrust Arena. That's about a 12,000 seat difference, give or take.
And the weirdest part, even on her off nights, the effect still explodes. She doesn't suit up and the arena's still full. It's like people showed up just to see if she might appear. Who else gets that? Certainly not the players posting passive-aggressive Instagram stories about respecting the vets. Yeah, we respect you, but we also respect 2.5 million. Viewers tuning in to watch Caitlyn get triple-teamed at half court, some players can't seem to grasp. That Clark isn't their competition, she's their elevator. But instead of catching the ride, a few are busy trying to cut. The cables sit on the surface, it's all welcome to the league. But underneath, there's a whole lot of side eyes. Body checks and quotes about rookies needing to earn it. Sure, January, because apparently earning it doesn't include being the single reason your next game is on national TV for the first time in 12 years. The veteran envy is louder than a buzzer beater in overtime, and the irony, Caitlyn's game doesn't even revolve around diva antics. She's not demanding special treatment. She's just out here launching logo threes like her shot chart is GPS powered. Meanwhile, some players are more focused on being league gatekeepers than game changers.
For us, it's support system. That shouldn't change. I think, Caitlyn knows that she has the ears and eyes of the locker room and the support that she has behind, whether it's us or anybody else. I would like to think that she knows it's there and to really take her time and make sure that she's, well enough to be who she needs to be for us, because I want the 100% Caitlyn, so I'll take it.
Then comes the media circus because, of course, the second Clark touches the ball, you've got full breakdowns, analysts foaming at the mouth and camera angles that might as well be using drones. It's ESPN meets National Geographic, tracking the wild Caitlyn in her natural hardwood habitat. The league's social numbers spike and casual fans are suddenly debating zone defense on TikTok. Do you think the players would be popping champagne over the exposure instead? Getting side commentary like, she hasn't proven herself yet. Girl, she's proven more in 15 minutes than some teams have proven in 15 seasons. And then there's the non-game phenomenon. Caitlyn Clark doesn't play, and people still act like she's about to run through the tunnel. Scalpers outside the arena are charging like she's the headliner of Coachella. Meanwhile, some teams haven't drawn that kind of buzz since the Obama administration. But suddenly, one rookie's absence is more noticeable than the home team's entire starting lineup. And yet, the resistance, the whole parade of tweets, thinly veiled quotes, and locker room shade from players who act like Clark invented attention. She's just a rookie, okay? But she's also a rookie who's filling more seats than your last 3 playoff runs combined.
Turns out she's human after all, Dan. She's going to be out for at least a couple of weeks, it appears.
Yeah, what's interesting about Caitlyn Clark? Remember last year, she played in the Final Four. Right after that, she went immediately to the WNBA. Draft came, season started, and, didn't miss a beat. And all of a sudden, she got a little rest and comes back, gets a little banged up. I heard you talking about it earlier, and it's going to be fascinating to me, Ricky. I've been to Fever games, and the one thing you notice, and this is more so than even when Peyton Manning was the quarterback of the Colts.
The cognitive dissonance is wild. Like, yes, we get it. There are stars in the WNBA. Always have been. Diana Taurasi could probably elbow a brick wall, and the wall would apologize. But Clark has something that transcends basketball cultural velocity. The same way Serena did. The same way Tiger did. It's that weird lightning in a Gatorade bottle that can't be taught, coached, or copy-pasted. And no one's saying she's perfect. Clark gets blocked. She gets stripped. She makes turnovers. But even her mistakes trend. When she takes a charge, Twitter explodes. When she gets hip-checked. It's a whole debate on sports radio. When she scratches her nose, 5 blogs ask if she's injured. That's power. Not because she asked for it, because she earned it. She didn't just arrive, she ignited. And if the league was smart, it would be bottling that energy instead of trying to neutralize it with salty pressers and forced elbows. But instead, some players are trying to humble her like it's a rite of passage. Girl, this isn't a sorority. It's a business. And right now, Caitlyn is the best sales pitch the league's had since its inception.
One word to describe Caitlyn Clark.
Amazing.
Yes.
A beast. She is the truth. She's the truth, and she was a rookie. Knock down the three-pointer, get to the rim. She can get to the free throw line. She's crafty.
Yeah, very crafty.
Crafty, so sometimes she look like she's coming off for a three-point shot and she backdoors you for a layup. She gets her teammates involved. She can pass, she can shoot. Man, she is the complete...
And that's the real drama, because even fans outside the WNBA sphere are starting to clock the difference in how she's treated. Is this how we treat the player drawing millions of eyeballs to the sport? Apparently, yes, if you're still emotionally recovering from being left off the Nike deals shortlist. The sad part, this should be the easiest alley-oop in league history. Take the new attention, use it to spotlight all the players, sell more jerseys, get bigger TV contracts, and move the game forward. Instead, we've got half the league acting like Clark's success is some sort of invasion instead of a revolution. Every time she steps on the court, the league becomes a bigger story, but some players are more concerned with gatekeeping than legacy building, which is tragic because this moment could be a golden era if egos weren't trying to play full court press on progress as, oh yeah, Caitlin Clark may be a rookie, but she's already got the ball, the spotlight, the media coverage, and about $50 million worth of market influence circling her like a pick and roll. And whether she's swishing logo threes or just sitting on the bench sipping Gatorade, the Caitlin Clark effect is in full force, and the league can either run with it or get left behind in transition.
How crazy was this season versus the seasons past?
Our jersey sales were up 1,193%. The Caitlin Clark effect is real, and we're thrilled about it. But it brought visibility to the whole team of the Fever and to the WNBA. But if we just want to keep it in Indiana, we look at ticket sales sold out every night, over 17,000 fans in our games at home. When Caitlin announced that she was coming out into the draft on a Thursday afternoon, from that time to Sunday night, we had over 6,000 phone calls, people wanting to buy season tickets. But even something as simple as our terrific mascot, Freddie Fever, his appearance requests went up 150% this season. So you talk about the Fever, the team, which is what we've been working on,
Because, let's be clear, when the crowd screams louder for the warm-ups than they do for tip-off, you're not just watching a game. You're witnessing a shift. Caitlin Clark didn't break the WNBA, she just reminded everyone how much bigger it could be. And apparently, that's a tough pill to swallow when you thought the only person with that kind of pull was your agent. And just when you thought things couldn't get more cartoonishly delusional, enter Kathy Engelbert, the WNBA commissioner, who's suddenly walking around like she